Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Round of 3 replay. Spawn on the bottom at the left side as the cyan allies, we have Berat, who's gone for random. Spawn on the right side as the yellow allies, we have Moh.kohaji. Boot camp being deployed on out, boot camp right here. We also got a doggy and another doggy. Will be a dog-eat-dog world? Let's find out. So whose dog's gonna eat which dog? Both the dogs not going for it. First bark, that could have been in range. And we got another dog here for yellow. Blue or cyan's going for extra peacekeepers. The engineer has tools and could be throwing himself into an oil derrick. Got a bunch of yellow dogs advance forward into the sea. And likely the numbers will allow at least a mutual trade for cyan and yellow. Does get a miss there with the bark of yellow's dogs. And great bark there as well, allowing him to get the kill. Over here, cyan's peacekeeper will be picked off by yellow's peacekeepers. Goes out of shield there, receive a couple free shots as well. One of yellow's peacekeepers do go down. Cyan's does receive a couple peppers. Over here, we've got dogs. And they decided to go for a mutual kill. You may hear my drink opening on up. Got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 peacekeepers for cyan. Yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think around 11 or 12 for yellow. So yellow does have more peacekeepers. The Vindicator coming in for a bombing run. Great bomb splits there, getting them all severely wounded. He could deploy our engineer for a medical tent. Cyan has backed on off. We got a good number of yellow peacekeepers here. In a good formation. Yellow, blue, or cyan has a good number as well. As put out forward, refinery right there. Got a naval refinery for yellow, so a little bit of change in build locations. Yellow's not gone for a Vindicator, trying to camp the airfield. And does bomb down one of his dogs right there. And does not get a good pursuit there. Does get the kill there as either. We've got a javelin troop trying to find some air cover. Cyan's fancy forward, but this observation post could make a good engagement for yellow. Good bombing run there. Great bomb splits. Does throw 2 in 1. Now yellow does have a handful of javelin troops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not loaded back in the Riptide. Now yellow's maybe eyeing for a Vindicator bombing run. Got 2 Apollos flying in the region. Blue's Vindicators or Cyan's Vindicators up there now do have a naval seaport here. There's a defensive multi-gunner turret. He could use it to take on the Dolphins. Now we've got hydrofoil jamming some of the weapons of the Vindicators. Does receive a bit of bombing run there as well. One of Cyan's Apollos are in the region. Does receive a bit of fire there. One of yellow's Apollos is severely wounded, and it does go down. Something being pulled out right here. Still just tier 1, some more hydrofoils. And looks like yellow's airfield is being camped. Yellow's advancing forward, does have a single Riptide support, a lot of Peacekeepers, no Javelin troops, a number of his forces is a little bit wounded, does fall back, the Riptide getting some good shots on the retreat. Now Cyan's going to be advancing forward, got a handful of Javelin troops, and the MCV's being brought on in as well. Over here, we've got Guardian Armor Facility, he has tier 2, this may be max clearance. Nope, it's not max clearance. Gone for a power plant. That's what it is. We'll need a multi-gun turret. Putting a multi-gun turret in front of the MCV would help block it. And this one does load a Peacekeeper in back of that multi-gun turret. Guardian tank has been pulling out, perhaps trying to gun down. The MCV is trying to push forward, trying to body block Blue's MCV. And I've got 2 Guardian tanks here. One with a painting laser, getting some good damage, extra damage there. Oh, none of those Peacekeepers sort of warped around a little bit. And now they're all being forced back. We got the Riptides advancing forward. Blue's MCV is charging forward. We'll get a number of crushes there on the infantry, as Yellow's MCV is getting some crushes as well. And it is going to body block each other. Cyan's backing forward into Blue's forces. Good bomb run there. Does get one of the Riptides there. Cyan's MCV is severely wounded. Still got another Javelin troop here. Yellow's MCV does have tier 2. Cryo shot being utilized right there, trying to slow down the MCV. Is severely wounded, needs an engineer. Now Guardian takes charging forward, does crush one of the Javelin troops there. Almost ran into the MCV itself, getting itself crushed. Javelin troops being cleaned on up. All the Guardian takes to go down. Cyan's MCV is almost down. It does get destroyed right there. He does not have an armor facility. He does have 3 refineries, but no armor facility. You can always use a prospector to get heightened security clearance, to pull out cryocopters and spies. And I think you don't need for Tanya, I think you only need max clearance as well, but that's very unlikely. Right there, the Vindicator does throw a bombing around the Vindicator as well. Taking out that MCV, Yellow's going to take time to replenish his forces. Does have to be high progressive. Oh, but he still has a naval seaport on the field. And it looks like he is going for an MCV now. Blue over here, he does have 2 hydrofoils here, so he will need more than 1 multi-gun turret in order to stop him, because he could turn on the weapon jammer. Indicator coming forward, gets a bomb run there onto the Dolphin. It does escape out with those Vindicators. Fresh multi-gun turret here. He does have the weapon jammer out. Receive a couple bursts there. Peacekeepers, Javelin troops, he does turn on laser lock there. He's going for the oil derrick. Probably a little bit overkill. For me, he could just use regular fire mode, but that will quickly go down right there. Bomb run there does take out a couple Riptides. He does have a handful of Peacekeeper Guardian tanks, but Cyan does have superior force. Cyan may charge forward with MCV once again. Throws out cryo shot there. Time for laser lock and does sell it off. You can use the laser lock, so focus on the con yard. And over here, we do have, looks like Apollo's taking out some Vindicators or Apollos. Laser lock does connect up with the MCV, and he had a late pack up there, seeing a lot of extra damage there. Guardian takes charging on forward, getting a number of crushes there, including on some Javelin troops. MCVs now may receive a laser lock there. And here comes the Vindicator bomb run, and does lose the Vindicator right there without dropping a single bomb. We've got some more Riptides to be pointed out for go along with the hydrofoils. He does have to show the multi-gun turret here, as well as these 2 Riptides. He has this prospector here, but it's not actually collecting. That is an oversight, and he's not Oh, there you go. Perfect. Not too big of an issue. Cryo shot does come forward, trying to lock down the Moh.kohaji turret. He does go ahead and weapon jam both the Riptides. Now the Prospector will quickly go down. It's already severely wounded. Got third Riptide now in the region, but there's of course these two and two weapon jammers. And takes out another Vindicator right there. Yellow's MCV is over here. We've got Defense Bureau. Okay, is there going to be a Chronosphere? 34 more Riptides trying to deal with the Hydra foes. Does get a nice bomb run there. And since the turn off weapon jammer mode, is able to overrun these Riptides now. This Prospector is almost redeployed. No max clearance, just the Defense Bureau. He could potentially deploy out a prison tower. Koga takes out that last Riptide there with the Vindicators. Got this economy going up, and he's actually deployed out a defensive Spectrum Tower here. We're fighting against Hydrofoil, so that's probably not really that useful. But of course, he can fire over structures with that Spectrum Tower. Looks like Cryo Blast was deployed there, and now full Cryogeddon does bomb it and destroy it. And now got a huge swell of Peacekeepers and Javelins now making their advance. Falls do fall on back. And he has loaded up the Moh.kohaji turret there with a Peacekeeper. And the carrier being gunned up a little bit. And got this Hydra Cryocopter does shrink one of the Riptides. Vindicator's trying to go for a bomb run, but the Apollo does ward him away. Got a Spectrum Tower here as well. And an Athena Cannon. Unusual combination. And got a Cryo Blast being pointed out, and that's why you don't want to put them right next to each other. He's going to charge him forward. He's trying to get the shield. Doesn't stop him from being frozen. Does save him from being bombed. Though the Moh.kohaji turret, gets shrunken, reducing the radius there. The Moh.kohaji turret and Spectrum Tower do in fact go down. Does use another shield generator there, trying to save his forces. MCV is also in the mix as well. It has plenty of health to gamble with. Yellow's MCV could advance forward, trying to perhaps could potentially body block Scions. Right now, the Guardian Tank could paint the MCV right there. Yellow's MCV needs advance forward and body block Blues, though he's probably worried about being shrunken down, crushed, actually. He's trying to charge him forward as well. Got a bit of shield effect there on one of the Athena cannons. Let's use the shield generator once again. And Blues infantry is still just overwhelming the region. Got a laser block down the armor facility as well as on the power plant there. Those get taken out there. Science still advancing forward. The Athena cannons are still continuously getting shrunken down. And now all these Peacekeepers advancing forward, taking out the boot camp as well as the nearby infantry. This looks like it's game for Yellow. Cryogeddon being put out right there, which will quickly freeze down all of these forces. This Peacekeeper can quickly kill them all off. Javelin Troop as well, getting it heroic wouldn't hurt. Prospector does go down. There's a lot of veteran Javelin Troops right there. It does actually not kill them all in time. Scion's MCV is receiving quite a bit of fire right there. And we do have Yellow's MCVs down here, along with a seaport. He may be eyeing for some counter aggression. This ore refinery has gone down. It's a bit of a base trade situation. And this refinery has gone down. Yellow's prospect is advancing forward, try to crush some of these forces. Does get cleaned on up. And its ore refinery has been deployed on as well. It sells off the naval dockyard. Yellow does have some income now, as well as this naval expansion as well. He is low power. Maybe a good idea to sell the Spectrum Tower. And he still has the ore refinery as well, while Cyan does not. He has a couple structures queued on up. One's probably a multi-gun turret. The other one's probably a power plant. Power plant has been deployed. And now this ore refinery will likely go down. Or derrick, I should say. Laser locks now loading, lining on up. They're all fully heroic. Quickly take out this ore refinery. So is this refinery here as well, and Cyan's MCV will get gunned down. Losing that is a little bit of a mistake. He does have a lot of heroic infantry. So as a seaport here, it looks to be merely rebuilding the MCV. Got a boot camp here. And his peacekeepers do finish off one of those riptides. Got a doggy here. Doggy does eat dog. It is dog eat dog world, and the bark does not get the peacekeeper right there. Does get inside the garrison and finish off that javelin troop right there. Riptide skirmishing around, trying to get some kills. Got this prospector that needs to fall back. He also has rebuilt this refinery there. How did that? Wait, he has two MCVs. This one's full max clearance. This one does not have any clearance. He has two MCVs. How did they not see that? He sells an oil derrick as well. Cyan has two refineries. And now the oil derrick's now being cleaned on up. And a cryo again being put out right there. It's going to be a little bit overkill, but we'll put it back on cooldown. Does finish off those heroic javelin troops. Has one more remaining. And there we go. Now he has a fully heroic riptide. Good at kills right there. Does get a couple javelin troops. Does lose a vindicator, or two vindicators. Yellow does have Apollo still up in the air. Only got a turret here. He has a pair of boot camps as well. And Yellow has a multi-gun turret here as well, so his Cyan can't expand down over here. He could potentially expand up here. A bit dangerous. Could expand down here. We've got another MCV here, so expanding down onto the low C wouldn't hurt. And those vindicators are falling on back. Cryo again being put on out there. Should be able to freeze off all of this nearby infrastructure. Best sell off the boot camps and the multi-gun turret. He does finish off that boot camp right there. Vindicators do get shot down right there. This one does get destroyed as well. Trying to pull back this infantry. And Cyan does have a lot of heroic infantry. We'll need another multi-gun turret there. The other MCV has been redeployed from the sea, trying to go for this expansion. He does have a bit of defense. And he's also got the free trade upgrade, or free trade authorization. Oh, we got a scanner sweep here, and that must have been from Yellow. Not the scanner sweep, the recon overflight. Good bombing run there. And this power plant is now receiving a bit of fire. Over here, got laser lock javelins advancing forward, trying to hit this ore refinery. This power plant's getting hit as well. Ore refinery does go down. Over here, we do have the power plant now under siege. This ore refinery has been redeployed. Power plant does go down. I wonder, how did that power plant even get there? Now thinking about it. Got 2 refineries. He is low power, trying to get some more infantry. He does, of course, have max clearance on this MCV. That's a command hub. This MCV is still here. Maybe hoping to play out a power plant. Now, this one is starting to make his advance. And looks like this prospector will go down to this Riptide. Very good harassment there. And now we've got a Assault Destroyer being pulled out by Cyan. That will help him overrun, potentially run over the prospectors, as well as at least running over these wall segments. And now we do have another Cryogeddon. Yellow's going to try to clean up these forces. Some of his Cryogeddons were not exactly great. He is getting a number of kills there, and now a number of his own units got frozen. And now Cyan's forces have unfrozen, and should be able to finish off the rest of these forces. I'm not sure what actually went down right there. Probably a Riptide. There's the Assault Destroyer crushing all these wall segments, as well as some infantry. Of course, any sort of like a cannon unit are not very good versus infantry. And now Cyan's advancing forward. He does, of course, have black hole armor to support the infantry, which is very, very good. We got the doggy here. He can load up the dog inside of the multi-gunner turret for ultrasonic arcs. I think that you should do that. Load up the dog inside the multi-gunner IFV to stun this entire force. Shotguns are having a bit of trouble. It does use a roar there from the dog. Gets 1 kill there on one of the peacekeepers. And now the Assault Destroyer is backing on off. MCV is trying to crush these various peacekeepers there. Or backed himself in the corner. The Assault Destroyer maybe gets main gun to go in to hit that MCV. It's quite wounded as well. Laser locks the ground just outside of the range. And there we go. Turns out the main gun as well, trying to avoid that laser lock fire. Bombs the MCV as well. Science Destroyer. Assault Destroyer is almost down. Severely wounded. And now here comes the aircraft carrier EMPing the Riptides as well. Does use the black hole armor. At this point in time, having black hole armor on or off doesn't really make a difference. It's severely wounded. Yellow's MCV is severely wounded as well. Receives a sortie from the aircraft carrier. And Yellow's peacekeepers just need to advance and perhaps clear out the garrison. Good damage there. Yellow's infantry start pushing the way forward since they can't hit us naval. Might as well hit the ground. Does spot the multi-gunner turret there. Can't be laser locked down. Down south, we got Dolphin engaging the seaport and the command hub. Over here, we got another Assault taking out this prospector. As Yellow infantry starts advancing forward, trying to get some good kills. Armor facilities under siege. And looks like this ore refinery will go down. This ore refinery is not under siege. This ore mine is depleted. And so is this one. This one has plenty of credits remaining, however. Cyan is on bare bones income. That refinery does go down. This one has a handful of credits. This one is almost depleted. This one so has plenty, and this one has plenty as well. Cyan does have this ore node for income, and this one got a crowd getting here. Which will freeze up the entire region, and even destroys it with one shotgun burst, shattering the entire thing. Takes out the prospector as well, and could finish off all the wall segments if he so chooses. MCV is still receiving sorties from the aircraft carrier. Now there's 2 of them. And this says aircraft construction yard of max clearance. EMP missile does come forward. He did just deploy something out. Assault destroyer gains some good hits there. Taking out the MCV is very, very important. He made and chain stun. There goes the MCV. Sells it off for a full health engineer. He still has his other MCV here. It could be upgraded to max clearance now or heightened clearance. Ooh, surgical strike. Very nice. He may not even gone down. Oh no, he definitely does have the cryo get in line. Assault destroyer gains some good hits on the power plants. Bomb runs come on forward. One of them is fully heroic, the other one's unvetted whatsoever. Assault destroyer advances forward. There's however a lot of dolphins and a hydrofoil jamming its gun. Surgical strike does connect. I'm not sure how many dolphins it got, but did get a good hit there onto the hydrofoil. Trying to find an angle so it's not getting hit by the weapon jammer, but it will go down. Making him a very heroic, sadistic dolphin. Dockyard does go down. Cyan has his own dolphins, Yellow's dolphins, and Cyan's dolphins about to engage. Got a heroic one for both sides. And we got the chrono stasis ability right there. That's won't last for a short amount of time because I think it's level 1. And do know as well, if you put a unit inside of where the stasis unit is, it instantly kills it once it gets when the duration expires. Guns down one of those guys. Got some fully heroic one. Decides to fall back right there. Very nice. Dolphins. 2 heroic, sadistic dolphins advancing forward. Ready to engage these region. Got some good shock and burst there onto the assault destroyer as well. Takes out that peacekeeper. This ore refinery is under siege, so ore prospect is still alive. Another bomb run, which will take out that peacekeeper. Does take out some of these peacekeepers now. And got a bigger bomb run, push way forward, gets some good hits there on the seaport, taking it out as well. Up north, we got these dolphins charging on forward. Now the prospector is all by his lonesome. We do have this MCV still here. These aircraft carriers will provide some great support. Does take out that power plant there with a surgical strike. Crowd getting exploded right there, trying to net themselves some dolphins. Cyan still has MCV here. How much income does Cyan have at the moment? Let's see, this is Yellow. He has 11,000 credits, not enough for a refinery. And he does have a engineer here, which could be very, very important. Blue has no income at the moment. Yellow still has his engineer alive, and no more. Dolphins trying to pursue these aircraft carriers. He can't EMP dolphins. And the heroic one's not being pursued at the moment. Better get the low health one first. Splitting his fire as well. And does get a weapon jammer on this one. Heroic one's dangerous, but he's able to take out that one. Dolphins will take out this heroic aircraft carrier. And does take it out as well. And yellow does have a handful of peacekeepers here. North, this one here. Both of them still has their MCV alive, so protocols can be called. Oh, get your guy inside of it. Can peacekeepers do that? Vehicles, I believe, can do that with other vehicles. Circle strike. And he was not paying attention. Loses those heroic peacekeepers to a surgical strike. Needs the gun down. Oh. Yellow or blue, cyan has an Apollo. Naval force is not going to be useful the rest of the game. This game could potentially end in a stalemate. What he needs to do is yellow needs to bring his MC forward. Because right now, he can't call any protocols, but he potentially could bring in the chronal chasm, hit it, and then obstruct it. Or freeze it. He does have a handful of credits. We got a crowd getting being called on in, which could potentially chill it. Another recon run. That won't accomplish all too much. I just want to keep an eye on these protocols. And he does have the chrono swap ability. Think of the possibilities. People hardly use that ability. Does crush one of those peacekeepers. Cyan's last peacekeeper does go down as well. Currently, yellow's MCV is not deploying out anything. Let's get the MCV to low damage state. Try and repair it up with his or no, that's his actually blue does have a handful of credits. He does actually try to repair it up now. Not sure what's trying to pull out. That could be a boot camp, could be a power plant. Close out boot camp right there. He has a handful of credits, trying to go for a dog. And does use the chronostasis right there. Freezes down with the heroic peacekeepers. And takes out the MCV. Takes out the engineer as well. Got a pair of peacekeepers. No, he souls off his MCV. He's trying to grind out a little bit more. Yellow does have a handful of credits. He can deploy out a boot camp of his own and start deploying out some peacekeepers. And there we go, and that's game. This is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.